we're comparing ourselves to our ranking. If you're high in the ranking, if you're a good tennis player, you think, oh, I'm a good person, that which is not true at all. For me, if I will be always in this stress mind that I'm or I win or I die, for me it doesn't work. I have to be a bit more chill on that. Plus, we've got so many tournaments that if you go every week like that, it's going to be tough.
Welcome to Tennis Insider Club. I am Borja Duran, and together with my partner, Caroline Garcia, here is where tennis stories and life conversations intersect. Join us as we uncover the untold personal journeys of the icons of the court.
I hope you will enjoy this conversation. For me, it was a real privilege. Before beginning, don't forget to subscribe to our channel so you don't miss our next episodes. Also, it will mean the world to me if you can share this episode with someone you think will enjoy it. Thank you! Spring is a perfect time to reset. Not just your training, but your nutrition too. I used to take a bunch of different supplements. Now, I just start my day with AG1. It helps my digestion, boost my energy, especially when I'm traveling or heading to early practices. AG1 helps me to stay consistent on and off the court. And AG1 is offering new subscribers a free gift when you sign up. You will get a welcome kit, a bottle of D3K2, and 5 free travel packs in your first box. So make sure to check out drinkag1.com/tennisinsider to get this offer. Dasha, thank you so much for being with us today. After a couple of months, we are doing it, and we are super grateful for it. Our first question is, how did you start with tennis?
Oh, you start with basic one.
Yes.
So I started to play when I was, I don't even remember, 6 or 7 years old.
Mm-hmm.
So it's been almost 20 years. My God, I'm scared to say this number even. Because of my brother. And in general, my family is like into sport.
Mm-hmm.
And we had like few tennis clubs in my city. So like the choice was quite obvious. So I started to play tennis and little by little, starting like 2-3 times a week, maybe, very easy in the group. Then I start to, playing a bit better and better. And coaches, they proposed to go more individual.
Mm-hmm.
That's what my parents did. And then I just started to play tournaments. And then somehow with the blink of an eye, I'm here.
Yeah.
On this chair,
Nice.
20 years after.
Yeah, you were kind of an early bird, right? You had success at a younger age, no? At 16, 17, you already entered the main tour, right?
Well, I was playing junior still, like late 17, 18 years old. So, I was pretty good junior. I think I was number 3. I won a Roland Garros as well. And then, my transition into the pro was quite smooth. I would say it was quite fast. I was one of those lucky ones who was not struggling, a few years playing the challengers, futures being, in this tough situation. So I was pretty lucky on that. And it's honestly, it feels like it was so many years ago.
Yeah. I mean, it is.
It was.
It is.
It was. I mean,
You're not helping, Caro.
I mean, it's true. So 10 years since you are pro, and it's a lot of years, a lot of tournament, a lot of traveling, and ups and downs. Many ups, but sometimes little downs.
Well, downs. There was some downs as well. And we remember them more than ups, unfortunately.
True.
I don't know how it works. Our brain, it's completely messed up, but we remember more bad things than the good things. I can easily name, my crises through all my career. But then when they're asking me, oh, what's your the matches you remember, or what the best moments of your career, I'm struggling to remember what was that. Also, I'm sorry, I'm a bit sick, so I have a little brutal voice today.
We cannot feel
it.
it.
A bit different, but that's me.
But maybe this is also what makes you a good player, right? Because if you were maybe too satisfied after winning one tournament, or doing a good match, and you get so happy to do it, probably you would not push as hard, as you do when you're not that satisfied, right?
I remember my first big win was in Auckland 2016 when I beat Venus in the first round of the tournament. And I felt like I want to slam or something. I got so many messages, from family, friends, there's the people. I was also I was just 18 years old as well, and it was so big. And then it was just the first round of 250.
Yes.
And I completely, like, the next round I lost like quite badly, because also we played on the central court, with the, like, at 6, the evening session, like, was so good.
You finally made it.
Yeah, I made it. And then the next round, court number 3 or 4.
With a lot of wind in Auckland, I guess.
Yes, everything was just terrible.
Yeah.
Like, the match wasn't good. And I'm like, in tennis, you literally, like, in 24 hours, you can go from the top to the bottom, like, so fast.
Yeah.
And it's tough, honestly. I said before that in tennis, we don't have the opportunity to celebrate our achievements. Almost, we don't get this opportunity, because you play the tournament, like, playing every single week. Imagine you won a tournament. Imagine you won Madrid.
Yes.
Yes. Imagine. Imagine this. You won Madrid. You're so happy, like, you won the Masters. In 2 days, you're in Rome. Getting, like, tough draw anyway, because now any draw is tough, and you lose, and that's it. You're again, like, you're mentally you're in the rock bottom. So it's tough, honestly. But this is what tennis is about. And, like, with the matches, it's even worse, because it's you win a, I don't know, quarterfinal, you beat very good player, because I mean, obviously, you're playing a very good players in general. Quarterfinals, it's like you're playing top 4 of this tournament. You won 3 sets, unbelievable. So happy, next day you can lose.
Yeah,
2 sets, easy, and that's it.
Yeah, it's the compared to other sports, there is, like, looks like in a year at the end you have many goals, and every match is, like, super complicated. And in other sports, sometimes it's like only like one big competition a year or 2, and they get ready for it. And in tennis, you have to deliver almost maybe a 250. Sometimes when you're a top player, you can use it more like a preparation tournament. But, like, every 1,000, it's, like, amazing to win, to be able to try to win.
Yeah, but then it's like a different kind of pressure, because, like, when you have 1 or 2 competition per year, you're like, okay, I messed up 1, and that's it.
Yeah, you have to deliver.
Yeah, and many times, for example, it's like in the figure skating, because now I'm a lot into the figure skating. So, for example, you go to the national championship, and this is the qualification for, like, World Cup. So if you messed up this one, you're out of the World Cup. So that's it. So this is, like, different. And then on Olympics, it's, like, the biggest one. Okay, for us as well. But then we've got a lot of competition during the year. So our focus, it's a bit of everywhere. And for those, like, sports, it's like they're so focused on the 2 or 3 per year. And you messed up 1 element and you're out.
You're finished.
So it's different kind of pressure. But it's just different. So you cannot compare it stuff anyway.
Yeah, but it's true that for the brain, tennis is painful, because every week you're losing. No, it's every week you have, like, I'm not good. I'm not good enough. No, and these ones at the end, maybe you can have, like, more hope. But in tennis, like, life is always remembering you that you suck, in a way.
Yeah, kind of. Unless you are like Roger or Novak or Rafa,
but even them,
winning everything.
But even them, they lose a lot.
For them, it's even more painful, probably, to lose.
I don't know.
It's so bad. Yeah. It's like every week you go and you're, like, have a mentality, like, I don't know. If you win 2 tournaments a year, it's amazing.
It is amazing.
Well, that's
you lost 40.
Plus, like, this, we have, like, pressure on the tournament. Every single particular match, and then there is a ranking as well, which you're like, everyone is saying, I'm not thinking about the ranking. Not thinking about the ranking, of course. It's, I mean, in tennis, I don't know, because I don't know in the other sports, but talking as a tennis player, we're so wrong that many of us were comparing ourselves to our ranking. So if you're high in the ranking, if you're a good tennis player, you think, I'm a good person, which is not true at all. You can suck at work, but then you go out, you're like, you have your family, you have your things, hobbies, like, it's the life is not just on tennis court. It's very important part, of course. Like, it's it's your job. It's like maybe more than job, of course. But then it's not everything. There are like other things around. So, and it's important to disconnect these two. Where so many times we cannot, it's all together, and then we have just such a mess in our heads, and then like ending up like in the really dark thoughts, which are so unnecessary, honestly, because at the end, me, you, like the players here, we made it. We already made it. I understand when you're like, when you're just on the way, you're like upcoming, you have a pressure with the money, like you want to make it, but you're not sure if you're going to make it. Like you're close to make a cut for a slam, for example. You're 200, like, very close. Then it's a lot of pressure. But now we're here, we made it. Like, it's unbelievable achievement. We must be happy, but that's like not how it works. Unfortunately, we want like more. It's never enough. So I think that's why it's important to sometimes like breathe in, breathe out, and realize like, wow, we're in Doha right now, living in a very good hotel, like playing tennis. I mean, playing tennis at the end, it's not, it's a game. It's not even boxing where you can punch in your face. This is what my coach is trying to tell me all the time. Like, relax, Dasha. When I'm so stressed before the match, he's like, okay, but relax, okay? It's just a tennis match. You're hitting a tennis ball. So, and I'm like, yes, but, but.
And this mentality, you had it since the beginning, or you had to work on it a lot?
I'm still working on it. I'm so free to say it, but then in the moment,
it's very difficult to put it in practice.
You still feel that, oh my God, it's still so important, and it is important, and it should be important for sure. But you have to understand that it's your life. It's not dependent on that. Like it's a tennis match. You play the hundreds of tennis matches. You hopefully gonna play many more. So just, it's a game. It's a game.
So. It's true that the theory, it's very simple, but then like put it in practice with the tennis lifestyle, maybe it's not easy because you lose in a tournament, but then the day after you have to go to another city or another country, right? Get again in competition mode. Other sports like football, maybe you have a tough loss, no? And first that night, maybe you go back home already. You have your family, your friends, your support system. So maybe it makes it easier to unplug. But here you are in a hotel room, which however nice it is, you're by yourself, no? And it's complicated to like kind of switch off, no? From like just being a tennis player.
Yeah, well, team sports, it's like in general so different because there you share the losses together. Like, this bad day, it's spreading like all over your team. And the good days, like you won, this winning, it's accumulating because everyone is happy. It's like this energy is just massive. And here, like you win or you lose, you have your small team, but it's small. It's completely different environment. And most of the times depends. Many times you're alone in your room and with these thoughts. And if you don't know how to work with that, it can be dangerous. That's true because most of the times you're really alone. That's true. But you need people around who will help you, who like teach you how to work with those thoughts because it's tough. Like our friend Dina, she came here, she was in Abu Dhabi, she was here, she's like, okay, girls, I'm 1 week in your environment. She said, I understand. I start to understand.
It's exhausting.
Why and like why these things happens. I understand. Plus, for example, there are like people who they like to travel to change the facilities and stuff. Me, I am like I could stay at home forever. Like I love it so much. So for me, it's a bit more complicated to change the places all the time. To be at home just not for a long time. For me, it's really tough. That's why I also was struggling, not only with tennis, but with the tennis lifestyle. What makes me more struggle, it's a lifestyle because it's tough. But at the end, I cannot complain. Also, like the places we're visiting, they're amazing. It's just that it's a lot.
The lack of balance at the end, right? Like the hotels, the cities are very nice, but it's like not sustainable or not healthy to do it like pretty much like 99% of the year, right?
Well, and we see that the calendar now spreads a lot. We just recently got news that Toronto, Montreal, and Cincinnati is gonna be 12 days. Canada is gonna be 10 days. And I don't know. I don't know where they're finding the weeks in a year. I mean, I thought there is 52. It was before 52, and I thought still 52, but seems like they're trying to find more.
Tennis is going to invent the 8th day of the week.
Exactly. So now we're going with the finals is on Monday or Tuesday, which is a bit weird for me, but I don't know how it's gonna work out at the end. But I don't know. Soon we're gonna just 45 weeks a year maybe. So which for me it's not very healthy, honestly. I noticed the pattern with the retirements, with the rolls and walkovers as well, which is honestly you can explain that why it's happening.
In 2019 or around that, you say you suffered burnout and mentally a very difficult time. How did you pass it? Recovered?
I don't remember. Honestly. No. Yeah, I remember how tough it was because at that moment, the season before 2018 was my best one. I finished top 10, 20, 21-year-old, everything is just amazing, and everyone expecting even better. You expecting better from yourself, your team as well expecting. It was honestly a bit of a mistake from. We were just not. We were not ready. We were too excited that everything was coming very fast, happening very fast, and we're just finish top 10. The next year must be top 5. Yes, let's go.
I mean, I think that's everyone's mindset.
Yeah, and this is where it's a huge mistake. It's easier to get there than to stay there in everything. So to keep it, it's more difficult than to get it in the first time. And we didn't realize that. And of course, with all this, pressure, with all the expectations and stuff, you lose one match, second match, third match. At some points you didn't defend, you drop few position from in the ranking, and this is the moment where you starting to where your knees are getting shaky, and you're starting to overthink, everything is not that easy, and you're just losing the confidence. During the match, it's just you're not thinking about the next point. You're thinking about what's gonna happen if you lose this match. If you lose this match, you're gonna lose this, and this, and then you're thinking in a few months, in the 5 minutes of the match, you're thinking what's gonna happen in the next 3 months. You can't play like that. Honestly, no. You cannot. You probably know this feeling.
I know. I just start to understand.
Yeah.
Sometimes you're like, how did you go that far? I'm like, I don't know. In 5 minutes.
And it's this machine inside you is just worse and worse and worse. And then the thoughts are you're coming to the point where this point you're playing now will affect the world economic or something like that.
That's a feeling we have on court.
Yes. Of course, you're gonna burn out.
Yeah.
Obviously. Yeah. There's no chance. And this is how I felt. Since the beginning of 2019, I swear, from the first tournament in Brisbane, and next few months till I dropped completely. Till I went to 75, 80 in the ranking. At that moment, this position feels like there is nothing worse than that.
Yeah.
Which is also not true. You're that's so bad to.
Yeah, it's quite okay.
That. Yes. But that's normal. Yeah, it's this is how we are. And then you're starting from as soon as you hit the bottom, it's just the way up. So yeah, I start to work a lot on my mental health, of course. I was trying to build the confidence back again, and trying to, as I said, disconnect myself as a person from what is going on the court, because I was thinking like, oh yeah, if I serve 10 double faults, I'm a terrible person.
Yeah.
Like everyone's gonna like, they're not gonna love me for that. Like completely nuts, those thoughts, huh?
Yes.
So, yeah, yes. Like if
It's
I
true.
lose this match, my mom gonna say, oh my God, that's not my daughter. Of course, I think I exaggerated a little bit, but
Yeah,
it's kind of that.
I mean, it's kind of true. And even like, obviously there is the matches and the competition, but sometimes also at practice, like if we do for some reason we play point and it's not coming out our way, or like the serve is not as good as it used to, or whatever, it's like, okay, I'm not ready to compete, which is like not true at all. But on that moment, it's hard to really like always be very objective. It's where it's important also to have the team around you to like help you find that balance, and also being positive and objective. Of course, like you can always improve, but like, hey, it's fine, you know, like.
Did you notice how like the practices before the tournaments are different when girls practicing and when boys are practicing?
Yes.
What the bullshit they're doing during those practices. I'm watching, I'm like, guys, here's what you're doing.
Even warm-up matches, even the warm-up before a match, it's like...
Yeah, it's like... So we started with Flavio 2 years ago here in Doha. So he arrived here, like we met the first time here. And I was warming up before the match. And I was giving my 100% intensity. I was just didn't drink, nothing, just every backhand, like, okay, cross this one. He was like, do you want to drink? Like, it's okay. It's
what are you doing?
I'm like, and he was like silent. He didn't, he was not saying anything. I was like, for sure he's judging. For sure it's not good enough. For sure, like he's thinking, what is this intensity? Never saw something so bad. So I was like, my thoughts. Imagine. And he was like, after we spoke, like, even now we remember this. He's like, yeah, it was the most intensive warm up. I was so alive. Like, what was that? So I had to learn, how to be like, it's just a warm up. Because also, honestly, that's not just on us, to be honest. It's also like, our coaches and stuff who like, I had, not gonna name the guy, but I had a coach who was like judging, he was watching my warm up, this warm up 30 minutes before the match. And then he's gonna say, the warm up was good, so the match might be good. The warm up wasn't good. The match, like, he was like so concerned after this. So this made me anxious, That's and like now I'm thinking, like, what is this?
And of course, an interview expectation. You're like, okay, I warm up well. I have to play a good match. Most of the time, it's always the opposite on top of it.
But there's no connection. It doesn't matter. You can warm up 10 minutes and still you can make the best warm up of your life and still completely fuck up the match. And the opposite. Many times happened that I was, a bit like, didn't feel well before the match, felt a bit sick or something. Like, so I did just very basic, just to warm up like my body and stuff, and then I won a match. Like, there's so much shit in our head that is just, it's incredible.
Yeah, but at the end, it's true. It's a product of the mindset that, like, you were taught as a kid, probably, no? I mean, it doesn't come from nowhere. If, as you say, if a coach or whoever was involved in your young tennis career, starts putting this mindset, that you have to control everything, you get so anxious and so tight with every little thing that goes wrong, that it becomes impossible. Yeah.
Yeah, that's exactly how it was. You're trying to control everything,
which is impossible.
And then if you didn't control something or something wasn't perfect, you think it's gonna affect your match. It's pretty tough to play like that.
It's unbearable. For your mind, it's exhausting. You arrive to the match and you're drained already.
Yeah. Then I don't know. You do this 4 minutes warm up on the match, and you're like, so I feel different.
And those kind of 4 minutes warm up, it depends also how the other one is hitting the ball. There is some player, and maybe I mean it, but I don't think so, that they hit like crazy and like you start to run and you go to the net and you're like, Jesus Christ.
No, tennis, it's such a mental game as well. It's not just physical, it's more mental. It's tough. And that as well, this like training matches before the tournament when you're already like on the tournament, this 2-3 days before tournament starts. But for girls, it's like a war.
They will decide your future.
Yeah, it's like everyone is so serious. Rackets can fly somewhere.
Yeah.
Like if you miss, you're upset. If you win this whatever. If you play 1 hour, it's normally you finish on 5-3, 4-1. Like this score, you never finish. This freaking sad. You're like 4-2. I won 4-2. I'm good. Yes, tournament is gonna be amazing. If you like were up 4-3 and you finish on 4-all,
that's bad.
That's bad, especially if like last game wasn't good. Like you have to go and do the basket. Maybe that will help. No, it will not.
Well, probably it will even harm more, no?
Yeah. Of course, there's a balance. Of course, you have to feel like if you need to work on something, you work on something. But if it's just in your brain that, my God, I missed the last backhand like this, I have to go now and make 3 baskets of backhands down the line,
just to make sure.
Yes, and then you miss the last shot of this basket.
I know you have to. No, you cannot finish on the missed one.
No, I'm tired of seeing her like do a perfect practice. Like she slices like a backhand slice perfect for 30 minutes. She misses one. Like my backhand slice is shit. I was like, Carol, you missed one.
Yeah, it's one, but last one.
Yeah, true.
It was the last one. You cannot miss the last one.
Yeah, you can miss everything before, but the last one, if you made it, then it's okay. Yeah.
Well, there's like 20 last ones most of the times, you know, until there's one last good one.
And how many shots we have? We have serve, we have return, we have forehand, cross, forehand, down the line, back, cross, back, and down the line. Ball is drops. There is a
at the end, maybe it's better not to practice, not to build the confidence.
You don't take risk.
Yeah,
but it's true.
But the way you put it, like on the line, it's like pew pew pew.
But I have to know how to do a backhand slice even if I don't use it.
I feel so bad. I'm okay, ready to serve. I see her like this inside the court.
And me, I see you 3 meters behind and I cannot do an ace.
How? It's like 3 meters. You have 3 meters here, 5 meters there.
I don't know. You run and you cover everything. I cannot.
You know what?
But you ran well forward, so I cannot do drop shot neither.
See, at least I was working on my physics. Athleticism.
Yeah. And so you have different game styles than most of the players on tour. Were you always using more spin, slice, even as a young kid, or you build it up?
Always. I remember, so I was in Tolyatti, in my hometown, practicing with the coach, and he was doing, for example, he was just throwing baskets to my backhand, like, okay, we do backhand, and I hit one backhand, one drop, one slice, one hit backhand, I hit something, one drop, like I was doing whatever, or like the warm up we do like through the middle. Normally you do like 5 minutes, just you hit normal with the rhythm. No, I would hit from the beginning 3 drop, 3 winner, slice. So I was doing this kind of thing. So then like my next professional coach, he was like, okay, that's very good, but rhythm we need as well. So let's hip to the middle, and then after 5 minutes, okay, you can do something. Also, when you're gonna warm up with the girls, it's better you keep the rhythm, okay? I was like, so boring. So yeah.
So it was
no.
It's okay, it's fine. All right.
Yeah, no free guys here.
So it came a bit like it was your instinct at the end, and that was the way you were having fun. And
yeah. For me, it was much more difficult to be like, to get this discipline into my game. Not to keep it to, not like don't miss, but, keep this balance always. And of course, to go and play aggressive, that was a challenge. Like, for you probably to go and, keep the ball in the game. It's also
I'm trying my best. No, it's not like I try
to. But I mean, that's for you. It's not easy, You
No.
think about it. You have to like push yourself to do it. For me, opposite. For me, like to go and like okay, now I'm gonna go. Now I'm not 3 meters. I have to go and attack the second serve. This is tough for me. So you see, it depends on the person, the character, like what you're used to do. It's different to the opposite. So yeah, in my case, it's different. It's difficult to go and play aggressive. Aggressive, I mean, like, okay, now I take my chance and I go.
Yes.
Even like, because for you, it's like, okay, second serve, yes or yes, I go. Right. For me, I have options. Like, okay, second serve, I might go back and spin and we play rally. Or I can go and hit. But hit where? Hit how? How much inside I have to be? Like, hit flat or like, no? And when I go back, I know exactly what I have to do. So you see, this is like these mental games. You have to always find the balance. Also, it depends on the moment of the match.
Of course.
So yeah, it's not easy. Depends on the opponent as well. You have to see like in which mindset your opponent is. If you see that she is a bit out, she is like cannot hold her emotions, maybe you need to give her to play another ball. And then opposite, for example, you see that she is taking every chance you give her, then you have to go for it. So this is very tiny line, which is why it's professional sport, of course. So it's like we're at the highest level. This is where you have to understand what you have to do.
Interesting. I will think more when I'm trying already.
It's good to have options.
It's good to have options, of course. You have to work on it.
But sometimes I feel like, oh my God, better if I don't have any options. So I just need to do one.
Yeah, because sometimes if you're a bit stressed, it's harder to like on the moment.
It's better to throw the coin.
You don't really have time sometimes to think about it. And if you think too much, it's like, oh, too late.
Plus with the emotions, you're like, I'm not sure if I have to do this. I'm not. And you look at the coach, help me.
Yeah.
Please.
But on court, you're like stable emotionally. You don't show much to your opponent.
Well, yeah, on practices, I'm more emotional, honestly. I don't know how it works and why, but I'm like, I control myself better on the matches than on the practices. On practices, I can go more nuts. Like I can scream, I can throw rackets, I can be like really nasty sometimes. But on the match, somehow it's better.
Okay.
At least it's like that.
Since the beginning?
Yeah, I was always pretty like calm. I mean, for a tennis player, pretty calm. Yeah.
No, I mean, the memories I have of you in competition is always like stable, like always fighting. I mean, throwing rackets, I don't really see you good.
On the practices, I can. And the match is not often, plus it's expensive. Don't forget. Every time I say blядь, they understand and they give me fine. So I'm like,
in the towels.
It's good for the economy.
Every time I'm like, give me a little margin, please.
Yeah.
Okay, I understand. I understand like the kids watching and all this, but then we see other sports, they don't give a shit. They go full power. And like they have to go like overboard to, get some punishment. We're getting punishment for literally anything.
Yes.
Yeah, true.
And on top of it, on TV, most of the time, don't really hear it. So.
No.
Yeah, especially if you play on the big court with the crowd, there's no chance.
Yeah.
Okay, the racket, yes, but to say something, can't hear anything.
Since you travel with your partner, Natalia, and you did the vlog and everything, did it help you a lot to find balance and to enjoy more that lifestyle?
I had to go out of my comfort zone to come to the people I don't know very good and ask them questions.
I can imagine.
Very good.
I can feel you. I feel you.
So much peace. No, but honestly, I enjoy it really. That's what I said. For example, when you go and you're not alone in the room after it's up there in the office, it makes the difference. You probably understand. It's like it's a game changer. It's one of these moments where you didn't do good, you know that, but then you entering your home. I mean, hotel room.
Yes.
And you understand that everything is fine. You're good. Like you have something which is sometimes more important than it's more important than a freaking tennis match. So that's completely also changed my perspective on what I'm doing and how I'm doing that. Also as well, it's also as well like I feel nervous. I look at the box and she's just and I don't know if she's nervous or like if she's sleeping because she's with the sunglasses there. So I'm like, okay.
I cannot be nervous.
It's not that important.
Yeah. No, she's still here. It's good. It's good enough already.
But I mean, it changed a lot of perspective, and it's like a bit home at the end. It's like,
no, for sure. Like to have a person you love, like next to you, it's kind of that you have your home with you all the time. Even like the places are changing, still like your soulmate is with you, and it's also explore the world together. It's also makes it so much better, and to do it, something else together, like you see.
Yes.
It's also nice. It's not like a family business, but it's just something. For example, she's doing 99% of the work. She's filming, she's editing, music, subtitles, everything. I'm just, going talking with you guys.
You do also 99%.
So, for me personally, it's something that I have it's still about tennis because I have to think like, okay, we might film this, we might go and talk with this player and stuff, or like giving the ideas of what to film in the particular tournament. So it's still about the tennis, but it's different perspective. It's it's like, it's not that emotional, not that involved, like stress. It's not stressful for me. It's more fun for me.
Of course.
So that's nice to have your like side hustle, like for me, hobby. For her, it's a full-time job. So it's nice as well. And at the end, maybe in 10 years we will have like 1,000 videos online. Everyone gonna watch it, and we're gonna see like, oh look, you remember? Look, this editing was really bad, but you improved the year after. This is actually what we're doing. Like we're watching sometimes the old episodes, seeing like, we thought that was good. Yeah. Okay.
Yes, I mean,
we are the same. Now we listen to the first episode with Ons. It's like, shit, what a terrible job we did with the editing, even the questions. Sometimes it's like, you have to.
Yeah, you get better in the question, like same way. At the beginning it's uncomfortable. It's like you never did that before. Like you know how to play tennis, you know how to answer media question, but after when you have to go and ask player, it's like, oof. And you do it in the not public area, but where there's many players in the gym warming up, so you have to like ask him or her, but on top of it everyone is watching.
But you also like, you're now asking questions. How do you find it? Is it like tough for you?
I got much better. The first time I was like barely speaking sometimes. With girl player I feel more comfortable because I feel I know them for way longer. Sometimes when it's men's and everything, I like a bit like more uncomfortable, but improving a lot. Seeing also that fans and players, agents, when we ask, they say most of the time yes, and they already know the podcast, etc. Give me confidence, and I feel better. Sometimes I know I will mess up my question and I do it again, sometimes you have to laugh also at yourself, but it gave me a lot of confidence. And I think for us, it's great memory to be able to do it together. And I mean, in 1 year, the improvements we both did, I did like huge. My first question was terrible. You can go and thanks God it was Gael, I think.
Well, Gael was the first one, huh?
So first one was Ons, but he did it by himself.
Because at the beginning, we thought that players would not want to do it if she was there, asking like deep questions, kind of. So we thought, the only option was to. Exactly.
Yes. And but then I thought player will not open.
I felt so uncomfortable, like I don't belong here. Why should I be in a room asking questions? But you were a bit like, no, for sure they will say no.
Yeah, I don't know. I was very uncertain. I was like, on top of the fact I was not very comfortable doing it. But then I think it was when I asked Maria Sakkari, and she told me like, I'm doing it because you're there. If not, I will not do it. You know, it's like, so I was like, interesting. And then we started, and but it's true, like sometimes it's like I was so stressed at the beginning.
Yeah, I understand. We also like, I remember we're like, can we even film here?
Yes.
Like, and then she's just walking like, okay, everyone, we are here. Just so you know. Yeah. So it's like now also like, for example, WTA, they're asking for like our footages to like with the players as well, like to send them stuff. They're sending out like some of their footages which we might, use as well. So it's like now it's more like together thing.
Yeah, because it's both. It helps you, it helps WTA, it helps like tennis.
I mean, you're doing a great job promoting the sport at the end.
You too? Actually.
Yeah. Hopefully.
But I think
colleagues everywhere.
No, but showing more the human side of the athlete, I think it's like what fans at the end like crave, no? Like, and I think you do a great job on it. Yeah,
that's the thing. They only like before all this started, they only saw us on the tennis court.
Yeah, exactly.
And we are not the real persons there. So
or with the media, which at the end is places where most of the times they don't bring the best part of you. No, because it's after a match where you maybe lose, so you are a bit maybe angry. The question is not great neither sometimes. So.
Plus, you are not gonna feel the same way with the journalist than with another player.
Of course.
So it's also it's not sometimes about the questions or stuff. Just like momentum is not there.
Yeah.
So
and the judgment is very different. And
well.
Sometimes they want to make you say something. So they will ask 3 questions were not exactly the same, but you could answer exactly the same answer.
Yeah.
But so even if the question is well intentioned, if I meet her in the middle of a corridor and I tell her, say, so how was your like depression in 2019, right? Like out of the blue, she's like here you start talking, you're 20 minutes into a conversation, she starts opening, and then you ask something. It's not out of the blue that you enter her intimacy.
Yeah, and at the end we know each other for a very long time, even if sometimes it's not like.
Plus, journalists, you say something, you're scared even to say something because if you like you didn't mean to say something, but you just English is not our native language. Even you say and you didn't know that it was bad or something or controversial, and they put it, and then you're in trouble. But here we know that even if you say something inappropriate, which you didn't mean to, it's not gonna go. You're gonna keep it, but
to blackmail you for next match against Caro.
But it's not gonna go public at first.
But it's very like the mindset behind is very different.
For sure. Also, we were talking with like players. They were saying some shits like you can like so bad. It's bad. I mean nonsense. Of course, we're never gonna post it. Talking some just bullshit which you talk like like this. We're never gonna post it, of course not. Only the one.
And to be able to do that and have also like this hobby on top of your tennis career, did it give you confidence?
Well, it's probably you felt it as well. At the beginning is tough because you're like, you're playing, you're losing matches obviously anyway sometimes. And then they're like, vlogging now. Priority. Tennis, second place. Vlogging. Which vlogging? I'm doing nothing here. I'm just here hanging out. It doesn't matter if I would, sitting on the couch in the players' lounge or we record 15 minutes talking with another player. Like, what's the difference? Tell me. Like, they're thinking that we're vlogging. I'm not equal to. I'm not practicing.
Yes,
that's a joke. Honestly, like there's 24 hours in a day. Like you can't practice 24 hours. You also like have things on the side to like what to do. So and we're traveling all the time. Sometimes you're coming to the room and you have all day free. Yes, that's how it is. So why not to do something else, something different? Either it's better than to sit like in the hotel watching TV or something.
Yeah, being miserable. Finding balance for sure is good, as long as you're still putting the work required to be a good tennis player. Using your time wisely for sure is gonna.
It's
help.
like it's not like, I don't know. It's not that you're spending time in the bars or something. It's just also for the people. I mean,
at the end, haters are always gonna hate, no, and it always comes from, most of the times, from people who never accomplish much, right? Because I think like people like you who are like high accomplished people, you don't spend the time judging or criticizing others, right? You're focused on your tennis, on your blog or whatever, no? And this comes from people who maybe are just miserable or envious, and they need to like find ways to criticize people otherwise.
Always gonna happen something like that. So
Does
we're gonna record, all of us, we're gonna record, keep filming, and that's it.
Does it affect you? Like outside criticism or the pressure from media, fans?
As I said, used to be more. Like I used to read and, and I used to think that what they're saying is the truth. It's not. Obviously, it's not. Only, with the age, with the years, I understand that it's about them. It's not about me, actually. But sometimes it's difficult to understand because you're reading, you're like he's saying, useless, cannot play, cannot serve, cannot do this, cannot do that. You're like, they want to text back, always. But then you're like, especially if you after you lose or something, you're emotional, you want to explode, but then you forget.
Yeah, most of the times it's the timing, right? Because you will read it on a moment where you're not already in a good place, right? After a tough loss or something, so you're like already angry with yourself, and seeing it's not helping at all for sure.
That's why I'm closing the comments before my match or the tournaments. I'm closing my comments on Instagram, because that's crazy. The people they're sick. I don't understand how you can be so hateful. Like, even like, no, they don't have a logic. That's obvious, but if you think like, you take your money, you go, you choose me to bet on a tennis match, which never gives you 100% of a winning probability. You lost, I lost, you lost, and you blaming me.
Yeah, you should have picked the other player.
Yeah, blame yourself for choosing the wrong horse.
Exactly. Yeah.
But at the end,
you have to check that the horse was not winning more than 50% of the matches. Like, come on.
The thing, it's sick people. Because if you want to stop for a minute to think about this profile of person, right, who is on a Saturday afternoon, like, instead of enjoying life, no, like putting money that maybe they don't maybe they need, no, in betting in a sport. And then after being so angry, it's like sick people. But it's true that they should not be like allowed maybe to go online and say all these mean things, because they can have an impact.
I mean, it's impossible to control that.
Yeah.
Unfortunately. Yeah.
I'm ready to go block the internet.
You can enter the internet only with a passport.
Yeah. I mean, we can talk about, especially tennis. I feel it's one sport with suffering a lot, or just hate. So we can talk about that subject for hours, unfortunately.
Yeah, it's a lot. Also, as I said, it's all this hate is on one person all the time. You get all this hate. In team lost, and it spreads all over the changing room. Here you are alone, have to face all this crap. So it makes it tough as well. Also, there are some people who don't care. They don't even read. They like whatever. But some of them, they go and they take it personal.
Yeah.
So like me.
I do.
Like,
I mean, I think sometimes you do get affected a little bit by it. It depends a bit where you are in your career or in your season. After you move on and you understand that it's less important, but it's not easy.
Yeah, I think like the social media hate, me, like what worries me sometimes is when I think of teenagers who are already playing in ITFs, where you can bet already, all the hate they must be getting on socials, and they don't have the tools to protect themselves. Like, this is painful.
Yeah, well, it's interesting when the first time you face it, you're like the pink glasses breaks completely. You're like, what's going on? Like, are the people that bad? And yes, they are.
Yeah, players at the end, we are kind of used to it, but when he enters the tennis world, he was like,
I mean, I have a private profile on Instagram, like we share something, but not much, and yeah, like every time she loses, I go to, I see like 25 requests, and I open the messages and it's like, it's wild, it's like.
She also.
Yeah, I mean, for sure, I'm not the only one, that's for sure. So,
but it's like, what is wrong with you? It's like,
it's insane.
It's like, how much you bet that you're like, okay.
Well, sometimes I respond when I'm heated, as like, I'm sorry for your loss, like, go to therapy and I will pay for it. And then I delete it.
You have to send them to hell.
Yeah, that's what I said. Like, I'm happy to pay for your therapy, man. Like, you should not be in this place because she lost a match.
Yeah, you give him money for therapy, he go back again.
No, that's why it's more like it. But yeah, it's unreal. Yeah.
Yeah.
What is your mindset now when you go like to tournaments? Like, do you like put an objective attached to a result, or you take it day by day, work as hard as you can, and that's it?
Oh, I don't know.
There's the theory and the practice.
I wake up in the morning. That's pretty good, because a few days ago I woke up, I had a sore throat and my nose is blocked. Okay, sucks. They have the match, great. So
yeah.
Every day you don't know how you're gonna wake up every day, so you have to just deal with what you have.
Yeah.
You don't have to expect that everything is gonna be great or everything is gonna be bad. It's just you have to deal with what you have.
Yeah.
And then one day can be good, the next day will be bad, and it's normal. It's life. It's it's like, don't try to control what you cannot control, and less expectations you have, happier you are. I mean, you cannot. I mean, there are people who do that, but you cannot come to every tournament thinking, I'm gonna win. There are players like that, and they do it, and it's amazing. It's incredible, but not everyone is like that.
Yeah.
Like, you have to be super strong in your mind, and like, we were all different. For me, if I will be always in the stress mind that I'm, or I win or I die, for me it doesn't work. I have to be a bit more chill on that. Yeah. Plus, we've got so many tournaments that if you go every week like that, it's going to be tough.
You end up on a psychiatrist hospital.
Yeah, exactly. And I don't want to, honestly. I want a French bulldog as well. So. We have to be good mothers to our French bulldog. So we have to be a bit adequate.
Yeah.
What advice would you give to your younger self?
Oh, yeah. Actually, I would wish to meet my younger self, actually, when I was like 10, 12, because I think I was fun.
Yes. You still is.
So, I don't know. Which age? Or I choose?
You choose.
Okay. When I was 12, everything was pretty good.
Yeah?
Yeah, because for me, it was just enough to go with my friend to the 1 hour sushi place, and it was great. It was enough to have a good day. Probably when I was like 20, 21, or a bit younger, when like I was struggling with these expectations, like, upcoming, financial struggles, when you're like, or I do it or I end up somewhere where or I might not be where I want to be.
Yeah.
Because tennis is like that, unfortunately. It's a very expensive sport. I would tell myself to not overstress, because life is much bigger and wider than I think it is. And if I really want something, if you really want something, sooner or later you will get it. Doesn't matter if it's going to be in 1 month, in 5 years. If you want something really bad, you will find a way how to get it sooner or later. And enjoy your life, because every year the time will go faster and faster.
Yeah.
Somehow it's like that. I remember when 10 years ago the time was going so much slower. Now it's like this, go faster and faster. So I'm a bit scared, but I need an advice from my older self.
Yeah, we do. So I think we do.
Yeah, but the funny thing is, like, now I'm looking back at myself, like the thoughts I had and stuff. I'm like, I was exaggerating a little bit, like I was overstressing about the things I'm not supposed to. So I think this is the problem. Also, when you're like a junior, when you're a kid, you're playing these small tournaments, you think this is the most important event ever. Your life depends on this one. Then you're like, oh my God, it was just, I was 15 playing, I don't know, grade 2 in Moldova. I thought it's the most important one. And that's right at that moment. It was very,
it is important, but it doesn't mean you are going to succeed or not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you are as smart as you are in that moment.
Of course.
You cannot have the brain of your 10-year-old older self. So it's life. Now I might be smarter than I was at that time, and I hope that in 10 years I will be smarter than I am now.
Yeah.
I can just hope for that.
I mean, at least we are more experienced. We go through life, we have a bad moment, a good moment, we try to learn from it and do it different.
No, that's for sure. That's the most important, is to, learn from your mistakes and just try to be better, like the better self. It's all you can do. Like, I think that if every person will try just to be a bit kinder, who will be just a little bit kinder to each other, just a little bit, like the world will be so like much better place. I honestly believe in like the power of love. That the love is the most important thing, the most powerful thing, and it's more powerful than anger and hate. So that I think if we can like switch it a little bit to like this positive and lovely mentality, the world would be so much better place. Honestly, that's what we're also trying to translate to the people, like to show like that the world is big and nice, and the people in any part of the world can be good and nice, and then we're all the same. It's we have to just accept each other, and then everything is gonna. I might think, this is so simple and stuff, and it sounds like so simple. I know it's not like that, but this is what I believe. That's just my beliefs, and this is what we are trying actually to, show the world that's the love. It's like the biggest power is in love. That's
awesome.
Yeah.
Love it.
Yeah.
And coffee.
Wise words.
Yeah, exactly. Because Natasha, before morning coffee, she's not very. She doesn't believe in love before morning coffee.
So, what is your to-go order for coffee? What is your order?
Oat milk flat white.
Oh, okay. We
Yeah.
can go
We
for
can
coffee.
join that
We can
team.
do
We can join
Now
that.
I feel like everyone is into oat milk flat white.
True.
Everyone is going with alternative milks now as well.
And the oat milk is the one with the less flavor.
I also feel that since the flat white boom, it's harder to get good flat whites. No, like there's more like cappuccinos that are called flat whites now, full of milk and.
Yeah, no. Here in the Middle East, they have so many good coffee shops.
In Dubai there's.
Okay, you have to send me your list. Abu Dhabi was a big fail. Abu Dhabi was a big fail for us.
Just in the name has to be roasters.
Yeah.
Then it's good.
Yeah, fair enough.
In Dubai,
specialty coffee.
in Dubai roasters, there is a chain.
Yeah.
Roasters. It's good. It's good.
Yeah. It's good. Depends on the machine, on the beans. We found out that beans from Brazil are the best ones for us. Like the taste.
Yeah, they are one step ahead of us.
Yeah,
we are starting with the beans now.
We're
not there
yet. Beans. Oat milk. You have? Let's go.
Yeah. Now the machine, we look for the brand.
Yeah, we look for the brand.
If it's not a Marzocco, we go.
Yeah. The same with us. And the Stonge brand, we know just because of that. Right?
Yeah, exactly.
Aye.
Awesome.
Would you like to listen in the podcast?
Let's go with Yevalis.
Okay.
Nice.
It's a good
Who
one.
named me? Someone named me or not?
Yes, I don't remember who, but
At the beginning.
at least
When we-
one person for sure. Who was it? Sakarino. Well, I don't know. Yeah, for sure.
We stay with Eva.
No, but she did great job in Australian Open, and I played her in Roland Garros.
She's in love with you.
Yeah, I played.
She looks like a very nice girl.
She looks very nice, and with her parents and a little sister.
Yeah, the sister is a joke. So good.
She plays tennis.
Yeah, no, I mean Bella, like a person. The personality is like strong personality.
Okay, we will go. We will go
Awesome.
ask her. We will go ask her. We like it. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Dasha.
I hope you had a great time. It was amazing.
Don't forget to subscribe to our channel so you don't miss our next episodes. And it will mean the world to me if you can share this episode with someone you think will enjoy it. Thank you and see you soon!